What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of FightCast. Today we will be talking about UFC 253 and going over Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. It's about to go down. What? Yes, it really is about to go down. This fight is going to be absolutely tremendous. We're just go ahead and going over the greatness of how you can go ahead and go 13-0. 13-0. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Paulo Costa has actually he's 13-0 as of right now. And it's crazy when you go ahead and look at the statistics on that. He's actually Uriah Hall, TKO knockout. TKO knockout, and Uriah Hall is like been in the UFC veteran. He knocked him out. Matter of fact, it was very hard to even make a dent on him. Uriah Hall was go ahead and hitting him with everything he had, and Costa was still walking through him. That's pretty cray to go ahead and think about. So Adesanya is going to have to really put some hurting on him. He's going to have to really put a hurting on Costa. That's why this fight is so amazing. You have two undefeated fighters. This just has not happened in so long. It hasn't happened since the early 2000s. This is about to go down. Okay, and so it's crazy to go ahead and think about it. Going back to the greatness of both of these fighters, Paulo Costa, last fight against Yoel Romero, head kicking the shit out of him. Here's the crazy thing about it. We're talking about the reach advantage. The reach advantage goes to Israel Adesanya. 80-inch reach, okay? He has an 80-inch reach. Paulo Costa has a 72-inch reach. 8-inch reach advantage. That is cray in numbers game. Cray in numbers game to think about. Okay, so when you think about somebody having an 8-inch reach advantage while they're striking, okay, in a sport that actually involves you striking, all right, that's pretty serious. All right, and I think that's why he's a little bit of the favorite actually going into this fight. All right, when you go ahead and actually look at who's favorite and who's not, yeah, it's pretty crazy to go ahead and think about that. So we have a really small favorite going for Israel Adesanya. So right now, like really small. Right now, as far as who is betting favorite to win, yes, I think it was we are talking about negative 180 to plus 160. All right, so you think about it like that. Negative 180 to plus 160. Okay, so how these betting odds work. If I were to bet $180, then basically, like, I would have to, let's say you're positive 160. Do the positive 160. I would have to go ahead and bet $160 to win a bet. That's how it looks like. Okay, so he's positive 160 for Paulo Costa. All right, so that's pretty cray right there. You know what I'm saying? So, but very slim margins, extremely slim margins as of right now inside of this fight because it's a great matchup. I mean, both fighters are undefeated. All right, that reach advantage is pretty fucking ridiculous. Paulo Costa is about 6'1". Israel Adesanya is about 6'4". So that's a crazy. The length is going to be ridiculous inside this fight. I think emotions are playing a factor right now for Israel Adesanya, but I think that he likes to fight with emotions. He wants to take people's fucking heads off, and that's really awesome. I like that about him. Costa, he's more cool, calm, and collective right now. Yeah, and so that's cool. I think that he doesn't really want to get into a big old shot match and stuff like that and let things affect him. And so then you got Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz. Oh my goodness. 26-8 Jan Blachowicz versus Dom Reyes. He's only lost to John Jones. And so that's pretty fucking ridiculous. Okay, negative 270 favorite for Dominic Reyes. As of right now, Jan Blachowicz is a positive 230. Okay, so if you got to bet $230 to be able to go ahead and win, something. So here's the crazy thing about this whole fight, though. Jan has been knocking motherfuckers out. Dominic Reyes has been knocking motherfuckers out, too. He just went against John Jones, though, ran into John Jones. But Jan Blachowicz has been knocking motherfuckers out cold. Oh, my gosh. If you watch what he did to Corey Anderson, all right, that's just what? Watch what Jan did to Luke Rockhold. What? Just so ridiculous. But Dominic Reyes has done that to Chris Weidman. Dominic Reyes, oh man, he's done that to a lot of guys, actually. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of knockouts on rec. So the thing to look at here is, I think what it is, it's going to go distance-wise, because this is a 5-round fight. It's a championship fight for a belt. All right, so it's going to be 5 rounds. We saw Dominic Reyes starting to slow down inside the 4th and the 5th round against John Jones. Also against Volkan Ozdemir. He started to slow down. I really thought he lost that fight. But the crazy thing about it is I just don't see Reyes absolutely dominating Jan. He would have to catch Jan. He'd have to catch Jan slipping. You know, Jan is extremely experienced striker, an extremely experienced striker. So I think it's going to be very hard to catch him slipping, and he's a great counter striker. And so you got to go and look at it like that. So right now, I'm actually going to go with the underdog. I'm going to go with Jan Blachowicz. I will put my money on him. He just seems like the guy. Seems like that dude. All right. Also, Kate Kara France versus B. Rivera. Okay, on that same card, we got Kate Rivera versus Ciara Eubanks. We got Diawadu. I said his name so ridiculous. The Wodu. He's 11-1-1 versus Mr. Tukhugov. Like, so this is going to be the actual those cards, those fights leading up to those two, to the co-main and the main event. They're actually pretty fucking good fights. Okay, Kara France, for instance, he's 21-8 going against Roval. Okay, 11-4. All right, pretty decent record. So Ciara Eubanks was on the UFC Fighter show. She had some problems with weight issues and stuff like that on the show, but she's been on a win streak ever since she got off. If you look at the Wodu, man, that dude, his striking is fucking Tekken status. It's on Tekken status right now. So, you know, it's just crazy. So, this is going to be ridiculous. Actually, Tukhugov, whatever way to say his name, I'm going to say Tukhugov. Tukhugov is actually the favorite. He's 19-4. So he's actually had a lot more experience inside of the ring. But we'll see exactly what happens at that fight. You know, that could go anybody's way. Okay, if you want to catch the undercard, I would say Diego Sanchez is going to go and be headline against Jake Matthews. It's going to be a pretty good one. I've never seen betting odds like this, but it's actually -700 for Matthews, Jake Matthews, to win this fight. -700. So right now he's such a favorite. That's how big of a favorite. Okay, you'd have to bet $700 just to win money. You know, like, because he's such a favorite. You know, so it's pretty ridiculous. Diego Sanchez is a +500. So like, I mean, it's so ridiculous. All right, but Brad Riddle, or I think Brian Riddle, yeah. But same camp as Israel Adesanya. And also the current champion, 145 pounds. So it's, yeah, same gym in New Zealand. All right, so yeah, that's going to be a pretty good bout. He actually looked pretty good. He's 8-1 right now. He's looking pretty sexy. Going against a Da Silva, who's 21-2. 21-2. So it's going to be a good fight. Riddle was the heavy favorite at -320. Okay, Da Silva's like +260. So crazy stuff. Great fights heading your way. More on FightCast. And yes, keep it classy. Let's see what happens in these fights. So we'll do an after show. It's going to be epic. We'll see you guys later.